Yesterday, we saw how God's plan to send Jesus Christ into this world involved mighty world empires such as Greece and Rome. Today, we will see things are happening on a much smaller scale, because this is concerned with a small little town named Bethlehem. God had actually spoken some 700 years previously through a prophet named Micah, telling the world that the Messiah would be born in Bethlehem. As I said, there was nothing terribly important about Bethlehem. It was a small, out-of-the-way place, probably with a very small population, and possibly only had that one single inn that is so well known from the Christmas story. And yet, there was one thing important about Bethlehem, because it had links to a famous person, and that famous person was David, who became the greatest king who ever reigned over Israel some 1,000 years before Jesus' birth. And so the Jews associated Bethlehem with David, and in fact they were looking for someone born of his line who would be born in Bethlehem to actually renew that old kingship, to overthrow the power of the Romans, because they were looking for a Messiah, but it was a political Messiah, a military Messiah who would subjugate the people who had occupied their land. Of course, we know that Jesus was the Christ. The word Christ means Messiah. Jesus was the Messiah. And yet he was not the sort of Messiah that the Jews were looking for. He was not going to achieve any temporary worldly victory that involved politics or territory or military forces. Instead, he was going to gain an even greater victory, a victory over the bondage of sin that affects every human being in this world, every family, every nation. And Jesus Christ was going to do that through his life, through his death, and through his resurrection, so that we might enjoy a relationship with God that actually not only lasts here and now, but on into eternity.